I know I did well, and I know teams wanted to pick me, but I didn't know I was gonna be the third pick.
Yeah, that was mad.
So I was like, damn, bro. I was like, damn, it's my turn. And bro, when I was there, when I looked up, bro, so much people, so much like cameras and lights, and I was like, bro, what? I just did my quick speech and left. But for sure it was a great experience. But I think what made me more happiness was my mom's face. Like seeing my mom so happy, and she did a lot for us to come to this country, and she sacrificed a lot. So like seeing her so happy, and it meant a lot to me that moment.
Yes, sir. I'm your host, Leroy, and welcome back to The Insight. But before we start, could you make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any new content that will be coming your way very soon. But without further ado, enjoy the pod. How was the combine experience? Like how is it? How does it go? Like, talk me through the process of how the combine is.
Yeah, bro. So I remember when the season ends, I think they make 4 teams, and each team has like 18 players.
Okay.
So 18 players, and I think like 2 goalkeepers, kind of. So they say like each team has like 20 players, or a little bit less. And so it's a total of probably like 80 players, or a little bit less.
Yeah.
And bro, just players getting invited. And at this time it was in Orlando, so it was where I'm from. But it was in January.
Yeah.
And we finished season like at the end of October or November. So, bro, I remember I chilled for a couple days, just relaxed, and then I started training by myself to be prepared and ready. I remember I hurt my ankle, so I was kind of like it was annoying, bro. When you hurt, but you need to be ready. But like I took care of it the most that I could, and like it was still hurting when I got there, but I was just taking some pills and taping and whatever. But it was a great experience. But like we stayed at a really nice hotel. How it worked that draft was, it was 2 games and 1 training session.
Okay.
And I think we got there probably it was like 4 or 5 days. I can't remember much. And bro, like we'll just stay in the hotel, and we'll go play the game we have to play. We play at the Orlando City Stadium. Then we'll come home to the hotel, and you chill. You do whatever you want. During this time, a lot of the scouts were there and the MLS teams. And if they wanted to talk to you, they will reach to you, and then you will go to one of the rooms where they were staying, and you will talk to them, or wherever they want to meet. And like I had a really good combine, so I spoke to a lot of the teams. Spoke to Atlanta, Red Bulls, Columbus Crew, Portland, OC, Cincinnati. I spoke to like 8 or 7 that like what I was doing.
Yeah.
And so we played 1 game, 1 training session, and another game. And after that was done, I think the players that did well, they will give them the flight, because then the draft was in Chicago.
Okay.
Was it in Chicago?
Yeah,
I think it was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then but then that was also a great moment. My family, my mom and my dad that went over there, and the draft. I think it was like in the weekend. It was 2 days only. I got there. The next day was the draft, and that day was great, bro. It was it was stay forever. All the hard work, bro. Oh, I forgot to mention. So in the combine, since I was doing well, like I signed in the combine senior deal.
Okay.
So I already had signed with the league, but I didn't have a team yet, you know?
That is one thing that confuses me, bro. Like literally, I've talked to like all my friends who like are in the MLS. It's like you sign with the league, but you don't have a team. Like it's so confusing to me, man.
I mean, what I understand is that everybody, you know, like this league is the MLS is very different to other leagues. You know, the other leagues, like each team owns you or pays the player, you know.
Yeah.
But what I understand from the MLS is that the MLS owns all the teams. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like the team owns all the team, the league owns all the teams. So let's say when you sign with the league, you already secure with your contract. Now a team just has to pick you up.
Yeah.
It's different, confusing, but that's how they do it, bro.
I love America.
I think
Making everything so difficult, but no, I understand. Like obviously, MLS owns all the teams, and then once because you get paid by the MLS in it, and all the teams are like you just acquire kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, what do you call it? Like I was there on draft day in it because I was getting my award for something else in it. So I remember, um, how did you feel like being in that like area in it, like area before you went in, and like them like calling your name, like you said, like all this hard work that you've put in, like you remember all the days that you're like, is this gonna happen? And then eventually like all that stuff like comes back to you in that moment. Like talk me through like the emotions of like walking across stage and like literally like shaking the commissioner's hand. Like how was that?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think personally, I'm a person that, well, I don't know if most people are like this, but like I'm not really like emotional about things, you know.
Okay.
You know, like for game days or for situations like this, it's not like I'm nervous or things like that. You know, like I just go through the moment and be in the present and enjoy it. You know.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, like I remember, like I was very happy, like very proud of myself that you know, like from the day I stepped on the college, you know, like my goal was to be a professional soccer player, and you know, like a lot of people say, oh, boy, it's very difficult playing college soccer. Oh, it's very difficult playing FIU. It's very difficult this and that, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, like I always tell myself like I'm different, you know, like I'm always telling myself, and I still do it to this day, you know, like I'm different. Like I'm not that person, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm willing to work. I'm willing to work for it. So that day, you know, I was, you know, I remember the night before, I was, you know, like thanking God that I got to this point, and it helped me, you know, like to be safe, like no injuries,
Yeah.
to be able to be part of this, like to be with my family in this moment. And I told him, like, wherever you want to put me, that's where I go, and we'll give my best and we'll be very happy. And so that day, you know, like I just made sure I enjoy it. I was in the present. I'm not really good at like it's not that I'm good, but I don't like talking in front of people, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there was a ton of people, but it was like probably like 10,000 or more.
Yeah. It was a lot of people.
So I was kind of like more worried about speaking than getting drafted, you know?
I hear that.
Yeah, but you know, like getting that call so quick, you know, like I know I did well, and I know teams wanted to pick me, but I didn't know I was gonna be the third pick, you know.
Yeah, that was mad.
So I was like, damn, bro, you know, I was like, damn, it's my turn. And bro, when I was there, when I looked up, bro, so much people, so much like cameras and lights, and I was like, bro, what? I just did my quick speech, and and left. But you know, for sure it was a great experience. But I think what made me more happiness was my mom's face. You know, like seeing my mom so happy, and she did a lot for us to come to this country, and she sacrificed a lot. So like seeing her so happy, and it meant a lot to me that moment.
No, that's so good, man. Like I said, like, bro, I remember there was so many people there, and even like they had like fans of like certain clubs like there as well. It's a crazy setup, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. It's unique experience, bro.
No, for sure. So talk me through, like, now obviously you've been drafted, you've come off stage, said your stuff. Like, what happened then? Like, how was the process from there to now training?
Yeah, but I think if I'm not mistaken, that was like the 15th of like kind of like mid-January.
Yeah.
And then we started season like 4 or 5 days after that. And we started preseason. And bro, you know, like it was you're in a different level now, you know. You're in a different level, and a very good level, like very high.
Yeah.
And you know, like I remember now, you know, like I'm here for a reason. I'm here because I'm good, you know, like I'm just gonna go out there and do my thing and learn, because here they're another level, because now it's professional. They're used to it. So I knew, you know, like from the beginning, I'm gonna make some mistakes, but from all of this, I'm gonna learn and grow, you know. So from the beginning, just giving everything I had, being open to learn, being open to stick to the process, you know, to be strong mentally, and you know, like taking day by day, making sure like I have a great session each time, and like this started building. I remember, you know, like had preseason and in IMG Academy.
Yeah.
And it was hard, bro. You know, like that was my first professional preseason, and you know, like never used to that. You know, like it was difficult, like a lot of running, and you know, like you said, you know, when you're new somewhere to a new level,
Yeah.
you know, like you go from being like the top guy at your school or your team, and you go like to now a rookie, you know.
Yeah.
But I think is that's all the beauty of the sport, you know, how things like that can change, how you can learn so much, you know, like new level means new level of learning skills and a new level of you.
No, for sure, man.
So it was great, bro. It was great.
What do you call it? What kind of stuff did they have you doing pre-season that was different to say, let's say college?
I mean, I think just obviously now like the training sessions were a lot more quality, you know, because all the players were a lot of quality, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it's just also like the mindset that now everybody is very competitive, no?
Yeah.
Like everybody in every spot, in every position, there's 2, 3 guys, and everybody wants to be a starter.
Yeah.
So like the competitive is low and training goes higher. Like in small side games were crazy, and nobody wanted to lose. So as a young player, you need to be able to take, you know, like people screaming at you, people, because bro, you gotta understand, you're coming from college soccer to a professional level.
Yeah.
And when you come in, you're good, but you're not used to the speed, you're not used to a lot of things. So there's gonna be mistakes. And I think a lot of players that you know, like I noticed, because they will bring another players to, like young players to train with us from the academy or to try out.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the struggle the most, you know, like you're gonna be able, you have to be strong mentally to make mistakes and not lose your head
Yeah.
and not lose your confidence, you know.
No, for sure. So like obviously, like who would you say like helped you out like transition like into the team? Because as well as like moving from one level to another, also like moving into a new team is kind of hard because maybe sometimes like a couple of them guys have been together for some time, innit? But like you're the new guy coming in, like how well or how did you integrate into the squad?
Yeah, I think, I mean, as you know, bro, like especially in US, since there's a lot of different nationalities,
Hmm.
there's always little groups,
Yeah, yeah,
because let's say for me, like I remember that my first year, there was like a lot of Spanish guys from South America,
yeah,
and I spent a lot of time with them because they're much like I'm. It's not like you want to be just friends with them, but it's just the culture starts. You start sticking to them little by little more,
yeah,
because they're like you are. Like they know your jokes, the music, everything.
yeah,
So you always in it. I think it happens a lot, and especially in the US, that you have like the people from the US, then you have like the Spanish, and let's say in Orlando it was like this. It was like people from the US, Spanish, and then all the people that will speak Portuguese. So it was always like three groups,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think the Spanish guys, like they were really good, bro. Like technical wise, and they were all had a lot of experience. They had played over there many years, so they all had a lot of experience, and they saw me, I was from the culture and young and hungry, so they always try to advise me and help me out. I also was the rookie class with me was
Yeah, Benji.
and Como, Benji and Como, and like they were both good, really good too, and we stick together. Like we all knew us three, we were good,
Yeah,
and we were rookies, but I think we were rookies like like people can see like, oh, they're like these guys can make difference,
yeah,
so
yeah,
the people that everybody believe in us, and they would joke around and stuff like this, but we could take it,
yeah.
but I think all of us three, we had like personality and confidence, and that being with the, like, we call it the rookie gang. So it was like that we always like chill a lot and help us maintain strong. And
Yeah.
also like I think the Spanish guys helped me out too.
No, that's sick. So obviously you're training and stuff, and then you eventually get your moment to play, like in front of the fans, innit? Making your debut. Like, talk me through your debut and how it went, man.
Yeah, bro. My debut happened at, if I'm not mistaken, was this third game of the season.
Okay.
Well, it was against Montreal,
Yeah, Montreal
and
Impact.
I came in like the 70th minute, but we were losing 2-0, and that game ended up being 3-1. We
Yeah,
lost at home. But bro, I mean, like I had a I had a feeling, like I always, like I said, take day by day and prepare. And that was the first time I made the roster.
okay.
And I knew, like if I get an opportunity, I'm gonna leave everything I have in the field.
No,
That's the only thing I can do, bro.
yeah,
And bro, like I got the opportunity. I came in like the 70th minute, and bro, I remember I told myself, I'm gonna leave everything on the field. And bro, like in soccer, when you're in the zone, you don't think about nothing, but you're just playing soccer.
yeah,
So just went out there, left everything I had, and it turned out really good, bro. It turned out like, like I played well. I assisted that game.
yeah,
The first game I assisted to Dom, and felt well, bro. Felt well, and I was happy. I was really happy. I was excited. Excited that it was. Like it's beautiful, bro. Like seeing the stadium full, and you playing like you think you're in a movie, you know, you're like, damn, bro, like this is really going on.
I know. No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And obviously, I know as a striker, it's important to score goals. So, how was scoring your first goal?
Yeah, my first goal was against Portland
Portland.
away. That's probably one of the hardest games I have played in my life, bro.
Serious?
Yeah, bro. Because I remember that team, bro, was just on top of us the whole game. Like, bro, we couldn't get out of like our first zone. Like, we couldn't get out, bro. Because we were all there and they were on top of us, on top of us, on top of us.
Yeah.
So for sure, that was like one of the top of the game, bro. Like their fans are loud, you know.
Loud, isn't it?
And the atmosphere, it's a turf field, so the ball bounces much. But yeah, bro. I mean, I remember one of the defenders of the team got distracted. He thought the ball went out of bounds. One of my teammates, you know, got it. He crossed. One of the defenders tried to clear. He left it bounce. He left it right there for me, and I just hit it. You know, like a good contact to the goal.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, it felt good, bro. It felt good. It felt good. Because you know, like the goals for any person, especially for Forest, they give you confidence. You feel happy, and that's what you love to do. You know.
That's what you want. Yeah, no, for sure. What do you call it? So obviously now you've played a bunch and you're getting good experience at OC. Now let's say you're coming to the end of the year, and like you said, you went on loan to the team in Mexico. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't want to get it wrong. Why that team? Why Mexico? Why that decision to go there?
So, but it happened the second year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that was 2019 was my first season. Then 2020. So 2019, I ended up after the season going to Colombia and train with Atlético Nacional for 2 months, and which was a great experience too. It's like it's the biggest club in Colombia, and it has won Copa Libertadores and a lot of, you know, it's a big team, and you know, like being there, learning from those guys, their mentality, how they train, the quality they have it helped me build too, and I understand a lot more of the game. Then 2020, you know, I started the season with the old COVID thing happen, and then I was with the OC, and we had the MLS is back tournament.
Yeah, I remember that.
And after the MLS is back tournament, I was adding minutes, but not much. You know, like 5-10 minutes a game, if that. So, and they were bringing a DP, a forward.
Okay.
And you know, like we all thought it would be better for me to go on loan somewhere and 9 more minutes because my career needed it.
Yeah.
And there was a couple options in USL Championship, but at that moment, my agent didn't want that. My agent wanted me to go somewhere else, and the Mexico team opened up, and it was, you know, it was difficult because since MLS has a different calendar than all the world, you know, like they end in December, but normally all teams end in June.
Yeah.
So it was difficult, but the Mexico team, you know, like they wanted me, and they were like, okay, like it doesn't matter. So unfortunately, like, boy, whenever you go on loan somewhere, you always go minimum 1 year.
Yeah.
Because bro, like, you know, the adaptation to new settings is not easy, to a new environment, to a new team, to new tactics, everything.
Yeah.
But I ended up going for only 3 months for the rest of the season, and that's it because of the contracts and all of that. And bro, I mean, for myself, I think looking back was one of the best experience so far that I have gotten in my life, bro.
Oh, really?
It helped me grow a lot. personal wise and soccer wise to understand a lot of the game. To my game got so much better, like because I had the game from US. I had the game from here because here was kind of where I was born in Colombia, but I grew up here.
Yeah.
So like my game, a lot of my forward game was from here, and over there, it's different, bro. It's different soccer, different mentality. You play different. So the experience over there, like I learned a lot. It was hard. It was hard because like I got there and I wanted to make the difference. I wanted to score goals. I wanted to be a starter. But like it wasn't that easy, It wasn't just let me put a shirt on and play. Like I know how to, like I'm a good soccer player. Like it's still soccer, but it's different, And then I think a lot of people don't know that, or maybe like they don't really know, they haven't experienced that, But like I said, it helped me grow a lot, and I learned so much, bro. I learned so much, and now like that changed me as a player, and now not only soccer wise, but like being so grateful to play in a nice field, to be in somewhere where it's organized, to enjoy the sport, because bro, like the more you have experience the soccer, you keep seeing left and right people getting injured, people cannot play no more, people struggling to get back on the field. And bro, it gets to a point that I like all I see is that, bro, I'm blessed to be able to play soccer. I'm just gonna enjoy it.
For sure.
And I think a lot of like young guys, and let's say to myself, like so much expectations that, or so much thinking so much about the future or about stats and stuff like this, that you start forgetting what's important.
Okay. No, I hear that. I was gonna ask you that. What, in terms of football wise, what was the main difference that you saw between playing in League MX and the MLS?
So I was playing the Expansión,
Yeah, okay.
which is like the second division in Mexico. But bro, I mean, I think the difference over there, let's say like the center backs, the defenders, a lot are very smart. They're not as strong or as fast as some players in the US, but they're really smart about defending. Like they will wait for me to take a control, and then right away 2 or 3 close me down, or they would always try to anticipate the pass. So over there, here you're so used to waiting for the ball and using your body. Over there, that wouldn't work, because they're waiting for you to wait for the ball so they can anticipate you.
Yeah.
So I think just I think the center backs were just a lot smarter soccer wise, and I think so. This made the forward how to do different things to create space.
Yeah.
So over there, like the other forward that was 27, had a little bit more experience. Like I will see what he was doing, what was working for him, what wasn't working for him, and starting like, okay, so this is how you do it here, thing. And bro, like over there, like they will do a lot of double movements to get in behind or to get the space to get the ball in the pockets. So a lot of double movement, for sure. Like like the players were more. I feel like they're more clean with the ball, like a lot of quality on the feet. And even though like the fields weren't the best, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, like the field weren't the best, but it still had like great touch. So they were quality, bro.
No, that's it.
But I think, yeah, bro. I think that was it.
Yeah. Oh. So what do you call it? I think when I was at San Antonio, there was a team that came, I think, from Mexico, and I think they were playing a game in the US at one time, yeah.
And I remember like one time from training, I went and just watched them, and like them guys are so clean on the ball, like just move it easily.
Yeah, bro.
Like, and I was like, yeah, like these guys are good.
It was a great experience to be there. It was a great experience to train with these guys that were my age and kind of see what Lauer was, you know?
Yeah.
Because some of the guys were, you know, like right now are playing in Europe or playing in really good teams in South America. So I wanted to see, you know, what Lauer was and to learn and grow. And I think all these things, bro, helps you build a lot of stuff, confidence, character, and what the sport can do, you know?